Hi friend, I'm Sarah of My Home, Your Home, Our Home. Today's video is all about Curitiba, Brazil. And this is a place that is near and dear to my heart because this is my husband's hometown. There are amazing places to see in Curitiba, Brazil, and I want to take you there. So let's go. Of course, our first step has to be the most iconic place in Curitiba itself, Jardim Botanico. If you see any postcards from Curitiba, very likely you'll see this place, and it's for good reason. This is a beautiful place to walk around together as a family to see the flora and fauna of Brazil. This is a public property, so there's no entrance fee. There are lots and lots of people here on any typical day, especially holidays, so you'll want to be ready to take pictures with people around and also prepared for a lot of walking. There can also be quite a few mosquitoes, so bring bug repellent. Jardim Botanico is accessible with a stroller. However, you will need to make your way around stairs in large groups of people. If you're looking for a double stroller to use during your travels, my family has found the perfect double stroller that is lightweight, stores all the objects we need, and has so many options for seating. Check out my review in the iCard above or as a link in the description box below. Inside of the botanical greenhouse itself, you'll find lots and lots of plants as well as tributes to the native peoples of Brazil.
Wow, buddy!
My son loved going through this botanical garden. There is also a rather large lake in the middle of the property with plenty of wildlife to enjoy, including turtles, fish, cranes, and other birds. However, if you see a bird that looks like this, you'll want to keep your distance because these birds are rather aggressive protectors of their nests. If you are hungry during your visit, there are several cafes on the property. If you have time, grab the delicious cup of frozen acai at the cafe close to the entrance.
Hey, you are welcome to Museu, Jardim Botanico.
Our second stop is Parque Tangua. This park features a waterfall and lots and lots of woodland. Most of it is accessible with a stroller. However, there are some places with stairs that you cannot access by any other means, and we found that the hills in this area made it quite exhausting to push a stroller up and down. So just be ready to get lots and lots of exercise.
Steven, what's below you? What's under you? Look, look.
Again, this is a place with a lot of mosquitoes. Bring your bug repellent. Also bring lots of water if you plan to go here for an afternoon or several hours because it can get quite hot. The scenery is beautiful and there's lots of room for kids to run and play, especially in the large open park area at the bottom of the cliff. Parque Barigui. If you want to see some wildlife in their native habitat in Brazil, go to Parque Barigui. This is where you can see a capybara, or many capybaras. There are also flamingos and other birds and wildlife around. It's another great place to pack up a lunch and spend a few hours walking or running around with kids. This park is in a very affluent area of Curitiba, so you will also see some beautiful houses around the park. Another park, Parque São Lourenco. This park is a great place to walk and just get some fresh air. It also has quite a few statues that stand as monuments to the native people of Brazil. You can find lots of people riding bikes in this park, and there's also a specific ramp runway for bikes, skateboards, and other wheeled vehicles. To get a feel for the spiritual environment of Curitiba, you can also visit O Bosque de Jesus. It's not a Catholic memorial, but it is quite similar. When my family visited, we found that the shade of the trees made the area quite comfortable, but also there were lots and lots of mosquitoes. So as always, bring your bug spray. To see even more of the wildlife of Brazil, make sure that you plan a visit to Zoologico in Municipal de Curitiba. This is Curitiba's city zoo. There is no charge for entrance at the zoo, at least at the time of when we visited, and there are lots and lots of wildlife that actually are from Brazil. I found this to be one of the best native animal zoos that I have ever visited in the world. Museu Oscar Niemeyer. Curitibanos also call this museum the Eye Museum because of its appearance. It looks quite like an eye. We visited this museum with some family and made a great morning of it. At the time of our visit, there were displays from Asia and Africa, as well as a graffiti art museum displaying the work of twins from Brazil. The amount of displays and authentic artifacts was stunning. This museum does allow parents to use strollers with their kids. However, the final floor in the museum is only accessible through a stairway, so you do have to find your ways around if you want to see the entire museum. There are lots and lots of parks all throughout Curitiba, and one of the best that we visited was Praca do Japão. Outside of Japan itself, Brazil is actually the country with the highest Japanese population. You can buy souvenirs inside of the large Japanese building. When we visited, there was also an open-air market selling fruit, vegetables, and other goods. Thanks so much for coming on this tour with me today. I hope that you enjoy your visit to Curitiba, Brazil. If you're traveling to Brazil with a baby or a toddler, check out my video with tips for making your travel and flight that much easier. Check it out in the iCard above or as a link in the description box below. If you have any questions about Curitiba or the places I've mentioned in this video, leave your question in the comments below and I'll be happy to try to answer. All the best for your travels, and I will see you next time.